Good morning. I'm just going to quickly show the most amazing phonics program that I discovered years ago thanks to my amazing neighbors. And I just cannot stress enough how awesome this program is. So here it is. It is called ABCs with ACE and Christy. So ACE stands for Accelerated Christian Education. And we are Jehovah's Witnesses. So our religious viewpoint is very Christian, but not necessarily the same as this one. But we have never had a big issue with any of the publications coming from this company. So we quite love it. I recommend it to everyone. So here's what it is. So for grade 1, these are not the very first books. My daughter has those and they are at her grandma's right now because that's where she was. But I wanted to show what the program is. So the great thing is they have a full, complete program for grade 1, or you can just pick and choose the stuff that you want. So this year we are picking and choosing. The first thing that we got was this. It is a reading readiness test, and you do the date, the age, and then you run them through. And so you go through, and it has things here, like here, circle the picture of a church, circle the picture of the bird, the picture of the book, of a horse, etc. Goes on and on, recognizing patterns, numbers. It has a little bit of adding and subtracting to see how they do with that. Biggest and smallest. This one here, recognizing what's the same, what's different. This here will point you in the right direction if there is dyslexia occurring. I starred the ones that my little one had trouble with. Excuse me. Which thing in each row does not belong? So this is patterning and categorizing. Here is matching letters to see if they're able to see the letters and numbers and shapes that match. Here they had to copy down below. This one here is a little story, and then they have to fill in. Grandma asked Pudge to get her glasses. What did Pudge bring to her? So then they pick which goes. So this is checking comprehension from something quick that's read. Here was tracing to see if they could continue it. And then here they drew a picture of themselves. Every page at the bottom gets a total of points, and it tells you right on each one, like what to score, 1.5 points each, etc. Then you tally them all up in the front, and that tells you where you're at. They're supposed to score an 80. However, my little one is just about 7. So I decided that due to age, she needs to continue on. They do have a kindergarten program, and it's basically not writing. It's all pictures and stuff, which is great. But I find that sometimes nowadays things are dumbed down too much for kids. So we just jumped in, and my little one has some learning delays, and she is loving this program and progressing beautifully with it. So I don't see that she needed to be held back at all. All right, so here is the key to the whole thing. These are called PACES, and they're just thin little booklets that they do, and there are 12 for the entire year. Now, on average, it takes us at about 15 minutes a day working in these a week to finish a PACE. So that puts us at 12 PACES in 12 weeks. So 3 months, and they will be reading by the time they finish all 12. So each PACE introduces a letter, and there's coloring. And I know when my son went through these, he hated to color, so we switched it to circle. So circle the animal that's different instead of coloring. So here they learn R. R is for rabbit. And they'll practice drawing it, writing it out. Here they color the R word, sound word pictures, and these are all words that start with R, like rug, rain, rake, rock, road, roof and rose. So those are all things that they would color. Here is, again, ones that start with the sound. Here is reviewing other ones that they've learned. So this is A. This is the first letter that they learn, and you'll notice that there's a line across that tells them it's a hard A sound, like a long A. A, as in gate or train. Cake, rain, but not rabbit. And here's the little character that goes with, and every letter has a character. The very first one, the character is the aging ape, and it says the aging ape is out of shape because he ate and ate and ate. So that's how they learn that one. And then later they learn that A is for the antelope. The antelope went by so fast he lost his hat as he went past. And then A is for armadillo. And then they learned M. They learned T. I'm trying to remember. I think it's an S next. Yes, and so then by this is book 5. Now she's learning about the R sound. So it slowly builds it up, and it does every sound as its own separate letter, which I love. And then every time it's in here, it has it on there. And you'll notice that all the stuff written in here is written in a way that they can read it. So here, the C has the line, which says K, as opposed to the curve, which would mean S, like circle. See, color. This one is faded because you don't actually pronounce that letter. So as soon as they're reading, they can actually start reading the instructions in these booklets for themselves because it's written in the way that they have been learning them. So here again, word, you actually say the W and the and the D, but not the O. So the O is faded. And here, pictures, see? I absolutely love this because it just keeps reinforcing all of this for them. So here's Milton the Mule with his sound. And here's where they have reading. So here, this will be Ray. See the line? Where this one is Ram, because the curve means A, and the dot means Ah. So this is Mar. And so here they're already reading. And they're reading by pace 2 or 3. And it's such a boost for their confidence. They absolutely love it. There's also some number stuff down here just to reinforce. And on they go. And then after that one, there'll always be some fun activities in here too. My little one does about 4 pages a day. And now she's on to E. Is it E or is it E? E. Emu. So here's her next one. There's often activities, coloring sheets. And in the middle of every pace, right here, there is the little booklet that you test. And we always just rip this out, and then you do it at the very end. And it only takes a few minutes to get through it. And it is a marker for when you finish this pace, how well they're done. And this is what we actually keep for our school facilitator and put in a binder to show them, is this little test for each pace. Each pace is 27 pages. So then when they're all done, they also show instructions up at the top, see? And there's little stories that go with that. That one's about helping and repairing things, taking care of your stuff. Now, there's also math, and that's pretty self-explanatory. And they show like how you can do manipulatives at the beginning to learn the concept. So in this one, it is subtraction. And then we start going through. And they have pictures to start always, and then they build it without the pictures. Everyone has a scripture in it. So this is the scripture for this one. And then as they go through, they fill in the missing letters, and it gets more and more until it's a missing word, which they quite enjoy doing. So here again, we start with manipulatives and then go to the stuff. Pretty phenomenal. These also have the little, right here, the little test in the middle. So we pull these out as well. So that's math. Some of this, she might need a little bit of help with the reading, if the reading isn't quite there yet. Depends how far you are in the word building. We also do the Bible reading. And I know that some things are interpreted differently, but I don't mind because I have to read the story to her and then she does the work. So it always starts with a bunch of pictures and there's a story. So here's the story and it tells you which page it is. So you read it out loud and you show the picture. So here's the first picture. It'll tell you in the story when to turn to the next picture. I just hold it up while I'm reading. And they're full color, really nice little pictures. And then here. And then after there's always a coloring page that goes with it. And oftentimes there'll be an activity. So here, she's tracing the line to help build a wall. There are 3 Bible stories in each of these books. She just likes it. It's a nice little read aloud time, and it's a good way of testing story comprehension. There are also animal science books that go with it, and they are always about the animal that you're learning about in your letters. So, for example, A, the aging ape. So A will be about apes. But it says animal science. It really truly isn't. What it is character building. So with the aging ape, they talked about not being greedy. And if you're offered, for example, a treat at a friend's house, you don't grab the biggest piece. You know, you try to be polite and selfless. And so that's, the stories always go like that. The antelope story was about haste makes waste. So if you're trying to rush through a job and don't do it properly, it'll take more time because you'll have to go back and do the whole job over instead of just slowing down and doing it right the first time. So it's pretty phenomenal. Something else is when you order this stuff, you can get the ABC Forms Kit. And it comes with all kinds of little goodies. The first of which is the coloring sheets. And there is a coloring sheet that goes with every letter. And I know some people who use this program who after this sheet is colored, they actually put it up on their wall so that they can make like an alphabet border going around the classroom or the room that you study in to learn and to remind you of the sounds. So that's a pretty cool plan. And then what we did is we put them in a binder, and I had her flip through the binder each day just as a reminder. It also comes with a beautiful full color poster that you can put up on your door or on a wall that has all of them as well. Our dog destroyed ours, so I can't show you that. But then there are also in here everything that you need to make your school happy. Sorry, I was trying to pull this open. So, for example, every PACE has an area on it where you can score how well they do on it and the date that they did it and their name, which is good practice for them to write their name every time. And then here there's a master record sheet. So they can go through and every day when they finish, you put the number, which is equal a percentage of what. And so you will have this. It also has a spot for your attendance so that you can keep track of that. And this is a triplicate form. So you could give a copy to your school or whoever is checking up on you. Then there's also post-test, which shows where they're at, like progressively wise, how they're doing, if they should repeat the program. We've never had to do that. And it also comes with, and I love these. This is your weekly planning card. And they're like a thick cardstock. It's got your Monday through Friday and your subjects. If there's some subjects here that don't correspond with what you're doing, I just white them out. Like if we're not doing literature and creative writing, I white that out and I'll add in maybe meeting prep, whatever it is that you need to do. And it even includes the stickers. And I know my little ones love to fill out the stickers when they're done. And when they have a full week completed, they get to choose a prize out of our dollar store prize box. This here even has little Bible stickers for scriptures memorized. And then they earn a Bible sticker. And so many could be a prize as well. So this is Bridget's from last week. We're using also different stickers too. So this shows you kind of how I write it out and how she can sticker as she's going through. So she still has 2 Bible reads to do, and then her week is complete. Oh, and she has a cake. It's a cutting. She actually did that. She just needs to sticker it. It's a cut and paste activity. So yeah, so that's how that works. This program is phenomenal, and at the end they even include a cool little certificate that you could frame or put up on the wall so your kids feel the accomplishment. Please look into this program. If you are looking for something that takes only minutes to get through, if you were to order the whole kit with science and all of this stuff, then you would need probably 2 hours, maybe 2.5 to get through it all. If you did like we're doing now, where we do the math, the word building, and we do the Bible, it takes us about an hour every day. And then she's finished. She absolutely loves it. She's super proud of it. She loves to show off her work. And the phonics is just building such a fantastic base. So something to look into. ABCs with ACE and Christy. Thank you so much. Bye.